Hello! So this will be a B.A.P fan account. When I went to Düsseldorf, we were actually 4 people that went on this trip. And this is the joint fan account of those 4 people. One of them, including me, of course. Tina, or Mea Xerxes as you know me here on YouTube. One didn't prefer to remain anonymous, but the other 2 are Jennie and Tuva. So yeah. I have the script right here. It's originally written in Swedish because we're Swedish. We came from Sweden to Germany. So I do apologize if there's any Swenglish in this. So yeah, here we go. So first, when we came to the airport, of course. But yeah, let's jump that because we all know what happens when you come to an airport. You go out and then you go to the hotel. Yeah. So anyways, we arrived at the hotel about 9:30 p.m. so it was quite late. We were all really tired. But then we checked in, and right after that, when we had put our bags in the hotel room, we went down to the hotel restaurant. And we were all like overtired, and we were happy and we're peppy and excited. Everything for the next day, because the next day were the concert. So yeah, we came on Friday and we're going to leave on Sunday. And we had just begun eating in the restaurant when we saw Him-chan and Jung-up entering the lobby together with one of the TS staff personnel. How would you react? We were just like, because everyone went silent. It was like 2 of us were sitting like this and the other 2 were sitting like this. I was one of the ones who were sitting, so I didn't see them. Basically the other 2 went silent and it's like, what's happening? And we looked and it was like we just went completely silent. We're not sure, but we think Him-chan and Jung-up noticed us. But we were in the restaurant, so yeah, not sure. But yeah. When they had gone up the elevator, we started giggling like crazy. Out of shock. It was like, I mean, we had no idea they were going to be at the same hotel as us. It's like, crazy. Like, I don't think anyone knew which hotel they were going to stay at. People, yeah. Anyways, never mind. So around 15 minutes later, I was still eating. Cello came down. Cello, whatever you want to call him. Like, no makeup, apparel, fluffy. No, he's really tall, actually. Really tall. Like, all the pictures. Yeah, he's really tall in real life. It has to be a decimeter taller than me or something. I'm 176, by the way. 176 centimeters, that is. Has to be a... yeah, he's really tall. So yeah, and he went into the bar with staff members. And then we went out for some air, you know, because things were happening. And then when we came back into the lobby, I don't know what we were laughing at, but we laughed really loud, and like, I think the whole hotel heard us. No. And then we went up to our rooms and tried to sleep. Didn't go very well, but we tried at least. Because, you know, And then we went down to eat breakfast the next morning. Then one of us went first to the breakfast buffet. Then she came back and was like, okay. Like, oh, you'll see what happens. And we were like, and then we went, and right at the buffet, like, right beside the buffet, couldn't be missed, there was 2 rather unpolished and tired guys. Cello, he was like shining like a sun. He was playing with the iPad, I believe it was. He was like, maybe not that face, but and then Jung I didn't really, yeah, he just looked really sleepy, you know. I think he had a cap on or something. Like, I didn't look too closely, you know. Don't want to stare. It's just, no. So yeah, we did our best to avoid them, but they were sitting right next to the buffet. It's like, you notice them when you pass them. And then we went for a stroll in the town, or a city. Düsseldorf is kind of, so it's a city, right? Yeah. We got lost for about an hour, and then we ended up at the exact same place where we started at. Yeah, I don't know. So we were trying to find the Asian streets, like the quarters where all the Asian shops were. Yeah, we finally managed to do that though. And first we were hungry, so we sat down and ate at a Chinese restaurant, and then we checked some of the stores, and then we went back. Yeah. So, and we just went back to our hotel rooms and had a real nice time. I believe, yeah, we were like two in. We had 2 rooms, and there were 2 in each room. But yeah, anyways, I think the other girls watched Peter Pan on TV. Yeah, we just talked. Anyways, say then when the time was right, we went to the arena where B.A.P would be. Yeah, you get it. And the queue was really, really long. Like, we came rather late because we had seated tickets, so we already knew where we would be, so we didn't have to queue to get a good spot in the pit. So yeah, then they were selling like hoodies and t-shirts, which I'm wearing. Oh, I'll show you. So it's actually, since we came pretty late, like all the signed CDs were sold out, and the hoodies were just like one size left. It was my size though, so 2 of us could get it, but 2 of us couldn't. But yeah, unfortunately, because it was all sold out. But the t-shirt wasn't sold out. So yeah, I'm going to show you how it looks like. So this is the hoodie. Wow. Like, see it right there? Oops. There. I mean, there. There. So yeah, and it says B.A.P here, right here. Wow. And then the back. Can you see it? Oh, you can see it. Oh. Like, I'm sorry. I hope you could see it at least. And then there was 2 kinds of t-shirts. I bought this one. The other one had B.A.P in the front, but I actually like this design better. So yeah, as you can see, it says B.A.P here. Then Live on Earth 2014. And, oh, sorry. On the back, just a little UFO plane. Oh yeah. So, where was I? Yeah, so the bad thing was that they weren't selling light sticks. Which is kind of bummer, because all of us had expected to get light sticks, so none of us had any. We were like really expecting them to sell it, and they weren't, so it was a big bummer. I actually I had my little Matoki light ring. Gonna fetch it. Oh, I'm back. So I had this one. So at least I had something. It was good. I don't know if you can see, but it's like this area is shining. So I had it like this for the entire concert. I was waving like crazy during the concert. Anyways, back to the script. I always get sidetracked. Hey. So yeah. Yeah, right before the concert, I mean, we were seated, everything. We put on our B.A.P shirts. You know, this one. So, well, we all put on our own shirts. everyone didn't put on mine. Come on, I can do this. So basically, before the concert, when we were sitting and waiting, they played elevator music. Basically really, really boring music, and we were yawning and almost fell asleep. I don't know, because when I've been to other K-pop concerts, they actually play like the music videos and such. Here they played elevator music. I don't really know what the organizers were thinking there. It's not really like you get pumped up for a concert when you play elevator music. So yeah, a few fans in front of us had whistles, and one of them had, say, really, really big lungs. Like, so one of us said, not me, but like, yeah, with great whistles comes great responsibilities. Yeah. Sometimes when she whistled, the rest of us behind her all held our ears because, yeah, it was really loud. Anyways, move on. So, in all, the concert was really, really well put together. It was so good. Like, really well thought out. Like, the slow songs were in the middle. I have seen the B.A.P DVD, you know, I have it. So, the live concert. So I knew somehow, because it was the same kind of thing, like speedy songs in the beginning and in the end, like the powerful songs, and then the slow ones in the middle. It's a really good concept because, yeah, I think it's really good. Anyways, they really do a good job with that, really thought out. And there was a lot of fun features throughout the whole thing. For example, we got to dance with horse heads. They were like on stage. They were instructing us how to dance, because that's apparently what horse heads do. And they were playing really fun videos, like, yeah, the members had done. It was like so funny. It was amazing. Oh. And yeah, the whole thing was finished very strongly with Warrior. And where was I? Yeah, during one of the songs, I don't quite remember which one it was, but everyone disappeared like into the crowd and stuff, except Cello, who was alone on stage and just enjoying it so much. You can see that he was like, oh yeah, I have the stage all to myself. And then there was also Yoonjae, who was in a corner dancing to himself. Not sure what he was doing, but he was really enjoying himself in that corner. Quite funny, actually. Anyways, so he was actually dancing alone in the corner, so I don't really. No, it was just being Yoonjae, you know. So the energy was really, really strong on the stage, especially during Hurricane. It was like the whole arena just exploded. So it's just the whole venue was just boiling. Just, amazing. Oh, and one thing to mention, we all agree on this, Jung-up, my god, he's such a good singer. Like, he doesn't get to showcase it much, but like, he took high notes that wasn't even in the songs to begin with, several high notes, and I was just like, I didn't know Jung-up had this voice, but just, he's such an amazing singer. So yeah. So in the end, Daehyun didn't want to leave the stage. He tried his best. I mean, it was a struggle between him and Cello. Like, Cello wanted to be the last man standing, but in the end, Daehyun won. Yeah. Eventually, though, Cello managed to drag Daehyun out from the stage. Daehyun was like, while Cello was doing this, Daehyun was basically saying, I love you! Yeah, you know, a little bit better than me, though, to the, to the audience. It's quite funny, actually. So yeah, Then we took a taxi back to the hotel. Really tired and excited, and maybe we wasn't particularly tired, I don't know. Just really excited, you know, high on feels. So we sat down at the hotel lobby and ordered something to drink, and later on something to eat. Because we hadn't eaten dinner before. Because we'd been busy having fun, just, I don't know. But yeah, we did it afterwards. So when we were getting ready to pay, and the waiter came with the check, it was actually really funny, because while he was standing there, 4 of the B.A.P members came through the lobby, like walking through the lobby, and like I was sitting here, so I'd say they came, yeah, they came, I saw them first, so to speak, and the other ones didn't really register that it was them, because Bang Jungkook came first with some of the staff, and they were laughing really loudly, so my friends actually thought they were like fans or something. Like I saw Bang just shh to the other ones because they were really loud, and I actually told, yeah, like, they're coming now, and a friend was like, no they're not. I'm like, yeah. So she actually missed Jungkook, which is actually her bias. I kind of feel bad for her, but at the same time it was a little bit funny that she didn't believe me. It's like, but you know, like, huh? Okay, so moving on. It's yeah. Well, I didn't say they're coming now. I said, no, I didn't. Did I say? I don't remember. Like, I don't know if I said Jungkook is coming or something. She was like, no, it's not. And she was busy with the check. I should move on, come on. This is going to go on forever. I'm not good with keeping it short, come on. So, he came in first, blah blah blah. Next page. Then Him-chan and Jungkook came and they were smiling. I saw them, and then Him-chan put his arm around Jungkook. And then he stopped and stared at us, or I should say stared at one of the shirts we were wearing. Friends. It said B.A.P, you know, from the concert, because we were wearing the merch. Yep. So, yeah. Then came Cello. It was so cute. Like, I followed him all the way, because he walked past us like this. So I followed him. And I couldn't take my... It's something, but I couldn't take... Like, okay, it was just like a second he walked past us, but whatever. Like, I was following him. Like, And then he met our eyes, like, when he came here. And then he stopped, paused for a second, like, smiled at us and nodded us as a greeting. Ah! So, whew. So then we paid. And yeah, we waited a few minutes for them to get up to their rooms. I don't know which floor they lived on. I don't really care about that. Anyway, so they went up to their rooms. And we waited, and then we took the elevator to our rooms. And, you know, went to bed and tried to sleep, which didn't go very well either. We were kind of tired of this trip. You can imagine. Could sleep when we got home though, but yeah. Not during this trip, it seems. So the next morning, 2 of us went early to breakfast. I was one of them, because, you know, couldn't sleep, so might as well go to breakfast. And we were later joined by the other 2, who apparently had trouble sleeping. They were trying to sleep in the morning, but they apparently failed too, so they came down and joined us. Then Daehyun came down to the buffet where we saw him. He was wearing like sunglasses, like sunglasses and a beanie, you know, hat, like totally, like trying to look totally cool. Not sure if it worked very well, but you know, being Daehyun. So He looked rather confused when he came down though. But I mean, breakfast can be confusing. I think many things can be confusing actually. Anyways, so the thing is, he was there for quite some time, and I was planning to get a bun. No, you call it bun, right? I think you do. So like I waited for a while, but he was still there. So I was actually shaking a bit. I hope no one noticed that. So I tried to make a bun for myself at the buffet. So I tried my best to avoid him though, because like when I think I got cream cheese and something else, and then I wanted to have sliced cucumbers on it, but he was standing right there. So I was like waiting until he left. Then I went and got mine, because I didn't want to disturb him, you know. It's just personal space as well. But yeah. Where was I? I have the paper right here. Where was I? I was kind of looking down all the time, but I had to look up at some point to see where it was. But I tried not to look at him. Seems like you don't want to stare, because there gets to, you know, it don't. Yeah. I tried to make a bun, blah blah. Yeah. And then we left after we ate breakfast. I think we sat there for quite some time. Just tired and kind of out of it, really. Anyways, so we left later on to go up and pack and check out. Then we sat down in the lobby in wait for going to the airport. You know, because it went so well when we tried to roam the street the day before. And if we had done that with heavy backpacks, who knows, might have never, yeah, no, so yeah. So then we just sat down in the lobby, ordered something to drink and then lunch, because it, you know, it was lunchtime, and checked out. So I think we didn't eat a meal. We just took something to drink because we had a late breakfast, so we waited a bit lunch. Anyways, then we saw like around 12 o'clock a.m. p.m. What is it? Like, you know, when you check out around 12. Anyways, so we saw the staff of TS were leaving with all the luggage. I mean, all the luggage. It took an entire bus. Cried for this, for the staff and the luggage to leave. It was like so much. So then, anyways, while we were seated in the lobby, this big guy came in his 30s. He was apparently working with the security for the organizer of the event. This man spent the next 3 hours staring at us like we were vermin. I'm not kidding. Like we were cockroaches that weren't supposed to be there. It's like, but every time when I was like looked back at him, like, why are you staring? He went like this. And then he left. And then he came back again. He was so extremely indiscreet, and it was really unpleasant, and he made us very uncomfortable. I mean, how would you feel? I mean, this was our hotel. We were guests at the hotel. We didn't harm anyone. I mean, especially, he was staring at us while we were eating. I mean, it's rude to stare at someone. It's really rude to stare at someone while they're eating, because, you know, it's such an... When you're really exposed, you know, you can't run away when you're eating. It's basically like... You just have to... The same thing like you don't take pictures of someone when they're eating or sleeping. It's because, you know, they can't run away from it. It's really unpleasant. It's just, yeah. So anyways, we felt really degraded, like downgraded and diminished in value since we were fans. B.A.P is like, we have a right to be here too, it's our hotel too, you know. So anyways, around 2:30, B.A.P came down with this security guy and the organizer. I'm sorry if I'm reading, like my brain is starting to... Yeah, this is just really sad. So and then we got one last downgrading look, like one last, you know, vermin look from the security guy before B.A.P were let out through the back door. There were no other fans anywhere. Like, we hadn't leaked anything. We didn't even know they were going to be at this hotel when we booked it. And they still had to pass us getting to the back door. It was just like on half a second more if they had gone this than just this. Like a little bit shorter path, but they still had to pass us. So like, what was the purpose? Were we a security risk? Like, were we a security risk because we were fans and we were staying at the same hotel as B.A.P? So, yeah, lastly, there was this female from the organizer's staff that came back towards the elevators, and as she was walking back, she gave us yet another downgrading look, like of disgust. B.A.P had left. There was no... So anyways, when this all had happened, we just... Yeah, you can imagine how we felt. So we went up to the receptionist and pointed out to the hotel that of this odd and unacceptable behavior from the security guy. I mean, you don't do stuff like that. So they informed the organizer, which came back to the hotel. And then he came up and talked to us. But from the start, his entire body language was really defensive. Like, he used whitewashes, vindications, you know, tried to say that, oh, the security guy was hired because of incidents in other countries. And he took all his directions from the TS staff, which was the reason why he acted the way he did, and that it was our responsibility to make him stop staring at us. Yep. Basically, he put all the blame on TS and TS Entertainment, and not Twisted Talent, which is the organizer. So yeah, here comes my own thoughts. You can imagine what happened after that. It was like, we had planned to sit there until our until we were ready to leave for the airport, because it was really, actually really nice there. All the staff, all the hotel staff, really great. And there was actually a piano playing right behind me. Really sweet music. It was really, really nice and pleasant. Until, you know, that happened. So we had been planning to stay there for a few more hours, like, because it was really nice. The hotel was really nice. And the hotel they were so nice to us too. They were like, when all this went down, they were like, oh, we're so sorry. Like, they felt so sorry for us that we had been treated this way, because we were guests at the hotel too. We didn't do anything wrong. So they were like, oh, we hope you had a nice day. Otherwise, we were like, yeah, it was really great, because it was a really great hotel. And I mean, I keep on thinking what we did wrong, but as my friends pointed out, we didn't do anything wrong. We were respectful. We didn't stare at them. I mean, this guy stood and stared at us for 3 hours. This big security guy. It wasn't like a small little kid. It was a big, full-grown security guy. It's not like, when we looked at him, it's like, it wasn't like we, the organizer told us that we were the ones who were supposed to make him stop staring. Like, we were, were we supposed to go up to this big guy and like, stop staring at us? Yeah. Like, in retrospect, yeah, we probably should have. But why couldn't he just come down to us and talk to us and say, B.A.P is staying at this hotel, when they're leaving, could you please be respectful? The thing is, we had never made any disrespectful moves whatsoever. I mean, the organizer said when he came up and talked to us, like, he probably didn't know you were staying at the hotel. Wrong. Because we saw him during breakfast and he eyed us. He saw us very clearly. He knew exactly that we were guests at this hotel. Like we said to the organizer, we didn't know that B.A.P would be at this hotel when we booked our stay. He looked at us like, yeah, right. Like we said, we booked this hotel a month ago. Like, he was like, yeah, right. Like, you can go up and check it with the receptionist. It's not that hard. He could have just asked the receptionist and they would have told him. But he just preferred not to believe us. And the thing is, I think it's a bit of a coward move to blame everything on TS, because he was the organizer. He actually hired this guy. Even if they took his orders from TS, I have a really hard time believing that they told this security guy, go down. You see there's 4 fans right there in the lobby who have done nothing wrong, but let's ignore that and stare at them like they're vermin. Because that's what that's what good staff does. That's what B.A.P does to their fans. That's how we want to get known. I'm a really hard time thinking that. It's more likely that this guy was just a newbie. He didn't know K-pop fans, and he don't know how to react. And I don't know if they briefed, like the organizer briefed him in saying like, all B.A.P fans are really scary and don't approach them because they will do something to you. I have no idea. But what were we supposed to do? Like, my friend, did they imagine she would throw her book at him or something? I don't understand. This was a big security guy. It wasn't like we were scary. We were just 4 girls sitting in the lobby eating lunch. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit dry in my throat right now. It's just so hard. It's like, I mean, we could have walked around in the town for several hours with our heavy bags, but we didn't really want that. We just wanted to sit down. And you know, we checked out of our room, so it was easier to sit in the lobby. It wasn't anything wrong. It was really nice, as I said. We were playing the piano behind us. It was really sweet music. Just, I keep on thinking what we did wrong, but like, the thing is, I actually only had one clean shirt left, and it was a 21 shirt. So I didn't know I was going to stay at the same hotel as B.A.P, you know. So I thought it was a bit disrespectful to wear that shirt. So I tried to cover it up with this one. Actually, I had used this one at the... Otherwise I would have worn that as well, but I used this one at the concert, and as you might know, after you've used something in a concert, you kind of want to wash it. So yeah, but I tried to cover it up with this one. But that was apparently a big mistake, because that meant we were a security risk for some reason, because fans who buy B.A.P's merch are apparently security risks and not at all fans that want to support their artist. I mean, as you all know, as my subscribers and viewers know, I think many of you are babies as well. I'm a really big fan of B.A.P. So, like one of my friends said at the end, if we knew B.A.P would be staying at that hotel, we wouldn't have booked it in the first place, because this was supposed to be a fun trip for us. We were supposed to have fun, you know, and instead we left with, you know, the bubble burst. We didn't leave with happy thoughts, happy faces. We left. I mean, I know I probably took it a bit harder than the rest. I played Candy Crush and I started crying, basically. I don't know, it's just... And in the same sense, it pains me, because if we did something wrong, and we did cause some harm to B.A.P, to the members, it's just... That pains me even more. But I don't know what we did. Don't understand what we did wrong. We tried to be respectful and leave them be. I mean, we are allowed to eat breakfast at their own hotel. We are allowed to eat lunch. We are allowed, you know. None of the staff complained, and they were like, they felt bad for us. And we had been treated, because the security guy, the organizer, everything, they were guests. They didn't own the hotel. Like, they were guests just as us, and we deserved to be treated with respect too. And that last look by that lady, it was just like, she had absolutely no reason to give us that look. B.A.P were gone. She could have just ignored us. But that look of downgrade disgust, like, it just symbolized everything. Like the organizer had said, there were problems in other countries, which is why this guy was hired. That last look from her was basically, haha. It's just a look of hate. Like, I suppose it's easy to see us, to make us the scapegoats. I suppose it's easy to, because we were there. Like, so then we, in all of that, we had to take blame for what everyone else had done in other countries. I know that we're in London, was it? Like, there were some people stalking them. Just nuts. To be honest, I didn't think babies were like that. All the babies I've met here on my channel have been so nice and so sweet. So I didn't think there were, you know, those kind of fans in the baby fandom. But basically, we were blamed for everything. Even though we weren't the one who had done that, I would never do that. We hadn't done anything wrong. It was enough that we were fans staying at the same hotel as B.A.P to blame us for everything that went wrong with the organizer. It's just, we got the backside of what other people had done. I'm sorry, it's just, I don't want to start crying again. I just don't... This guy obviously didn't know what he was doing. He wasn't a good security guard. I get that. And like, he saw some fans and was like, finally I can prove myself that I'm a good security guard, which was actually the opposite of what he did. But I do understand that but at the same time, I want to know if it was Tia's who, but it just seems like such a coward move for the organizer to blame Tia's when the staff wasn't even there to defend themselves. Because in fact, B.A.P had shown, like, we didn't see them that much, admittedly, because we didn't really look for them, because we left them alone. It was like, yeah, but it's like they had shown nothing, but Cello even greeted us. Like, does that seem like they hate us? It's just, I still can't take this feeling, like, if we did something, what did we do? Like, we left them be. We're allowed to eat breakfast at our own hotel. We saw Daehyun at the buffet. We didn't, like, stare at him when he was eating. It's just, we left him be. Why weren't we shown the same respect? I'm sorry, this is really depressing. I'm so sorry. Talk about something fun instead. Like, I actually got lost in the toilet. I mean, I probably shouldn't have said that. Oh well, whatever. It was quite a complicated toilet they had in the lobby. Because it was 3 doors and I spun around quite a few times because you're supposed to walk through one and then one and then, you know, a lot of doors, and I felt a bit lost first time. When I actually tried to go out of the toilet, it was even more confusing. Spun around a few times. Yeah. I actually got lost in the corridor there, you know, on my floor. Probably shouldn't have said that either. Good look, no one saw it. Now you know. Anyways. I always get lost. This is why when we were like trying to find a place, I said no, you tried to find it. It didn't go better for any of them, but think about it, if I had read the map or something, we would have probably been so lost that we'd never found our way back to the hotel, so whatever. I always get lost. Big houses, I get lost. Like, I get lost in hallways, I don't know. I don't mean to, it's just, you know, when I walk out of a store, it's like, I sometimes walk back the same way I came when I was supposed to walk forward, you know, because I have no sense of direction. It's like, ooh, and then eventually I say, wait, I've been here before. It's like, oh no, I went the wrong way. Then I have to, yeah. Ah, I'm so bad with direction, it's not even funny. Oh yeah, at the airport, by the way, was this really sweet girl who, she had photos, like, she came up to us, like, because she saw that we'd been to the concert. She was a German fan actually, and she was like, who's your bias? And they're like, and then she came to me, I was like, Daehyun, Jungkook, oh, I don't know. It's like, isn't my bias Jungkook? What? Apparently I'm Daehyun biased now. I was like, apparently I'm Daehyun biased now. My friend was like, yeah, that's pretty obvious from this trip. I was like, it is? Why am I always the last one? Why am I always the one to realize stuff about myself? I'm not always the last one to realize stuff about myself. It's like my brain and my emotions are not connected, you know? It's like, I don't know. It always happens to me. It was like when I didn't realize I was a baby until other people told me, oh, you're such a good baby. I'm like, what? I'm a baby? Mm-hmm. But apparently I've been a baby for a long time. I didn't know that. I just don't connect sometimes with myself. Nope. It happened many times. I don't understand myself. I don't really know what's wrong with me. Or maybe it's just who I am. I just don't understand myself. Other people seem to understand me though, so Anyways, so she gave cards. So I got dating cards and I got 3 cards. The other ones just got 2. 1, I mean. The other ones just got 1 because they do not have the right bias, obviously. But it's okay. I like younger quotes demoted, but it's okay because most of my friends are younger biased anyways, so I can update. So these were the cards that she gave us. The me. The other ones just got 1 card. Hey. Oh no. Hi. Okay. She printed them herself, I think. It's so sweet. Love them. These are the beautiful smile. Where was I? Yeah. I mean, I should have realized it because I waved like crazy when he waved. You know, at the concert. I was like this. Oh, look. Oh yeah, it's because the sun. It's darker now. See. Hey, you can see it. Oh wait, like I just like this during the whole concert. Because they came up. It came, you know, when we were on stage and waved. Like when Daehyun came, I was like Okay, I was like that when all of them came, but for some reason, yeah, I'm Daehyun biased. And apparently Jungkook is now my second bias. I didn't know that either. After the concert, it's not. Yeah. Düsseldorf came. Düsseldorf. Sorry. I'm not American. I'm Swedish. It's just, I can't shake this feeling like you don't stare at a person. We didn't stare at them, why did you stare at us? In my culture it is considered extremely disrespectful to stare at someone, especially for 3 hours, or while they're eating, or all of that at once. No. It's just, it pains me at the same time, like, did we cause any harm to B.A.P? Because I think that kills me the most. It's like, you know, I'm a big baby. I'm a big baby, and I'm really proud, and I buy all of their CDs because I really want to support them, and I want them to continue to release such great music, and I buy their merch because I want to continue to support them. And I thought that was a good thing, but apparently that makes me a security risk. I don't understand. What did we do? We didn't do anything wrong, come on. Just... I lost my train of thought. Where was I? How long is this video? It's probably really long now. I'm sorry. But yeah, I was just feeling so... I actually got a migraine on the plane back. On the plane back. Oh yeah, by the way, the girl who gave me these, she actually came up and talked to me because she was going with the same airline, but she was from Germany, so she was going to, you know, Berlin, I believe. I'm not sure. And I was going to Sweden, but we were at the same airline, so we waited in the same hall for the airport, for the airplanes, sorry. So she came up and talked to me, and like I told her this, and she was so sweet and so kind. I was like, oh, there's so many nice people in this world. Like seriously, they just, I don't know what it is. People come up and talk to me. I feel it too. I love talking to people. Even old, whatever. I mean, new friendships, old friendships, or whatever. So yeah, she was like, oh, don't worry about it. It's just, I know we were gravely disrespected, but at the same time, I do hope it didn't hurt B.A.P or the members in any way. I don't know. It just feels... This was supposed to be a fun journey for us. I haven't had a vacation, to be honest, in 2 years. And I've had a really rough time at work, and it's basically I don't work there anymore. But that was basically the last days of me working there, and then we were going to Düsseldorf. So it's kind of a finally I can breathe, you know. Like, I haven't had a vacation in 2 years, so when I go to K-pop concerts I can only go on the weekends because I work all other days. So this is why we went to Düsseldorf concert, because I'm not the only one who works. I'm not the only one who's worked long days and weekends and had a really tough time and had to fight my way through life. I'm not the only one in our group of 4 that has had to do this. I had a hard time. So yeah, it's just, this was supposed to be our break. This was supposed to be our time to have fun, and in retrospect we shouldn't have ended up in the same hotel as B.A.P. If we had known, we would have chosen another hotel, because then we would have went home happy and not sad, and I still feel kind of, I don't know. I know I shouldn't cry for stuff like this, but it did hurt. Like, it was so gravely disrespectful. We're people too, we're not vermin, we're fans. We deserve respect too. As much as we admire our idols. And I get it. I mean, they were probably scarred from the fact that there were other fans, but we're not all the same. And you can't hate. We didn't do anything wrong. Like, we had to take the fall for other fans having stalked them, and it's just, wow. It's just organized. Didn't even believe us when we said it was the same. We didn't know B.A.P would be at the hotel. Just symbolized everything, really. Like, yeah, like, we deserve no respect. We're just fans. Who cares? I take pride in the fact that I'm a B.A.P. I think B.A.P they're one of my absolute favorite groups in K-pop, and overall I love B.A.P. So, I don't know. It just hurts, you know? Oh, and I'm depressing again. I'm sorry. What was I talking about before? Yeah, I don't understand myself, but that's another story. I'm sorry. What should I end this with? I really should plan my videos. I don't at all. I'm just This video is so long, I'm sorry. But yeah, this was my fan account and my friend's fan account. Yay! I'm sorry, I'm not sure what I'm doing right now. But yeah. You let me know what you think. Oh, this video is really long. I hope I didn't, like... I should end this now, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you actually stayed to the end, oh yeah, I should say this. I was feeling like, you know, I got a migraine at the plane. I was actually talking to a Danish girl, and she was really nice and everything. But it was kind of nice that we stopped talking because my head was killing me. It wasn't because of her, of course not, because she was really nice. But yeah, I got a migraine because I hadn't had enough sleep, you know. Anyway, so when I came back, like, well, I went straight to bed. But next day, I was like, oh, I'm gonna check YouTube comments because there had been quite a few when I was gone, I'm sure. And I was like, oh, I hope I don't get hate comments. Like, I can't take this right now. And oh my gosh, you people are so nice. It's like, oh, I love you. So many nice comments. It was like, you really lifted my spirits after everything. You have no idea how much your comments mean to me. Yeah. Oh, amazing. So yeah. I just want to say that. Oh. What's something else I was going to say? Yeah, I mean, we all have it rough in our lives, and we needed this vacation. Like, I still haven't had a proper vacation yet for 2 years, and which is why I go on weekends. But it's still a really nice break if it's just a few days away. So I needed this because I was pretty emptied out from work. It's basically, how do I explain this? When you're good at your work, people will, instead of saying thank you, they will keep on piling on work at you. Like, Tina can do this, she can do this too, and this too, and this too, and eventually you break. And I was basically close to the breaking point, and so I quit. I actually only work at one place now full time. So yeah, another place, so yeah. But, so yeah, which was why I was sad, as it was probably why I cried later on. But it still hurts me, you know, because this was our trip as well. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, anyways. But lastly, just, you mean so much to me, you guys. Just your comments and everything, it's just means the world to me, really. Thank you so much for existing. There are so many nice people in this world. Oh, there really is. The world is a beautiful place. Just, you know, some people are just not so nice, but 99% of the people are. I'm thoroughly convinced of that. This world is a nice place to live. It is. Especially with people like you. People, you know. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. Oh my god, this is so long. Yeah, and it's already getting dark. Oh my gosh. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. Bye.